What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Shoutout Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Kwame Brown, who was nice enough to do a response to a video I made about him. And I want to see if I can return the favor. Guys, in the first comment pinned to the top, there is the Bust Life Creator Spring.com. And if you want to order Kwame Brown's apparel, do us a solid, man. Go over there and order something for the brother. He was nice enough to give me a shout out, so I want to be able to try to help him sell some of his merchandise. So if you guys do that, I really would appreciate it. He has some merchandise over there. But basically, I was responding to Mr. Brown's original video about Lil Nas X in BET. And I was saying that, while I agree with the things he was saying about BET, that, we're not in a position to complain about it if we're not able to have our own stuff, because if we don't have our own things, then we can't complain about what whites are doing, because BET is not owned by Viacom. Mr. Brown made this video that you're seeing on the screen, Shoutout Jackson. I agree we need our own, but allow me to explain why it hasn't happened. And he brought up a lot of good points about, Chauncey Billups and now the 1987, rape allegations. He's now the coach of the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard has come out on his behalf. Talked about a lot of federal indictments that happen when black men try to have distribution companies. And every time black people try to do something, what happens is that it's typically halted. He will get no argument from me, and I wasn't disagreeing with Kwame Brown's video. I was adding to the fact that, this is what has to happen. And so Kwame Brown brings up excellent points that I cannot argue. But for me, I can't settle for that. I just can't. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if we have the attitude that every time we want to do something, the white man going to shut it down, then why are we still there? Why are we still there? Why? Because if every time we're going to try to do something and they're going to shut it down, well, then we're going to continue to have that mindset that we can't compete. And I also want to say that I think Kwame Brown said in the video that, black people have a hard time working together, which that is the biggest issue, but he's right. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to say, if they're going to shut it down, shut it down. Or if they're not going to shut it down, we'll go somewhere else. We'll try to work with Africa. We have to overcome them trying to shut it down. Or if not, then every time we're going to continue to have the same, the white man is holding me back narrative. And I believe that Kwame Brown is right when he said that we have to stop listening to them. And he makes a lot of great points that I can't argue. I'm not in disagreement. I think Kwame Brown, you want to be honest with me. I'll be honest with you. Kwame Brown is a very talented commentator. Okay? He's a natural at this. That's why he's grown to where he is. He is very smart. He understands things in the entertainment industries that I have never been exposed to. Shout out for the brother. He knew I help folks on YouTube. So he understands who he's dealing with and what he's dealing with. He knows what he's doing. He's a very smart man. But at the same time, we cannot continue to have the mentality that we are not going to compete because the white man is going to shut us down. I just think that we can't do that. If we want to have heterosexual media for black men, we need to have it. Now, Kwame Brown made a great point also. He said every man should be able to have a job, something to this effect, in every company in this country. And when he says that, he's talking about black men have fought in every war. Black men have done everything. African Americans. I don't disagree. But what the reality is, then what Mr. Brown is saying, he know better than me. He was in the NBA. Kwame Brown has seen things I could never fathom. He knows better than me. He understands that what theoretically should happen and what will happen, those are two different ideas. And the reality is that nobody is coming to save black men. All right? Nobody is coming to save us. Nobody is coming to help us. Nobody's coming to help our people or these little boys. I know that. Kwame Brown knows that, which is why I believe he goes and tries to, elevate people on this platform. I like what he does a whole lot. And I hope you don't think that I was disagreeing with him or not. I'm not. The reality is it's on the black community to find a way, despite the problems that be. It is our job to overcome regardless of whatever the truth is. And yes, there is the white man that's holding black people back. But then also, there's the black folk who also holding each other back. I always talk about this and on YouTube, and I know Kwame Brown has that spirit of helping people. He shouts out people all the time, Carcino for Life, the lead attorney. Kwame Brown has the spirit of wanting to help people get on. I like that about him. He lets people repost his videos. You know what? That's the kind of attitude that we need. Why? Respect for one's people. And that's something else that we're missing in this thing. Because the reason why we're so divided and can't grow to do things, where is the respect for our own people to do stuff? That's another problem. And I believe Kwame Brown talked about that. A lot of black men do not want to work together to do things, do not want to come together and do things. And the reality is we all can start small. Okay? We have to have the will to want to be more successful than the will for white folk to hold us back. And right now, the will for white folk to hold us back than us to be more successful, to grow, they're winning. When we wake up and understand, and I understand that we've been brainwashed and stuff, but the urge to educate our people, the urge to add value to our people, the urge to keep our people in the business, the urge to do it has to be greater than their urge to hold us back. That's the only way we're going to be successful. We can't keep saying that, well, you know what? Well, they did this and they held us back. And okay, so then we're going to become perpetual, constitutional complainers. And that becomes pervasive in black society. You got little boys thinking that I can't become an engineer. I might as well be a rapper. I need to do something else. No. We need to have skills. We need to work with our people. We need to work with people in different communities and different countries. And our will to be successful has to be bigger than their will to hold us back. It's the only way. Otherwise, our people will never have anything. Our people will never, and he brings up excellent points about Bill Cosby, what to do. I understand that. Our will to be more successful has to be greater than their will to hold us back. And that's going to be the only way we're going to make it. And I want to thank Mr. Brown for the response. He didn't have to do that. I appreciate him for taking his time out. A lot of people were calling me and things like that. I really appreciate you, brother. I thank you so much. It wasn't any form of disrespect. I like what you do. You're very talented at what you do. I want you to keep on keeping on. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe at the bell. Check out the first content at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.